What is going on, guys? It's 1:38 AM on the 6th of April 2018, and yes, I should be in bed fast asleep, but I'm not. And that's because earlier on this evening, around about 7 AM, I was in so much pain I couldn't get comfortable on the settee in front of the TV. I couldn't get comfortable here in my computer chair. So I resorted to going to bed, where sometimes I'm not comfortable there either, but that was my last choice. I didn't intend falling asleep, but I did. And I had quite a good sleep actually, for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. So I got up and around about 9:30, and consequently I'm still wide awake. And it's early hours of the morning. So I just wanted to tell you about the palaver I've experienced with my local doctors. I'll try and cut the story short. I think I mentioned in my previous video that I was going to contact my MS nurse. My previous video is a sudden drop in mobility. I think that's the title. So on Wednesday, I think it was Wednesday, I contacted her. And I left an answer phone message, and what happens is within 2 working days they always call me back. So they called me back, and I spoke to a different lady this time. She was very nice, she listened to me. I explained to her that I've been very, very concerned, and still am, about what I considered to be quite a rapid deterioration of my walking and balance. And I also told her about numbness I've got in my fingertips, on my right hand only. And I told her about numbness I've got on my tummy and on my back and things like that. It's things that are bothering me a little bit. Most of all, the rapid progression of and deterioration of my walking. You know, it's really, really worrying, and I'm thinking about the future all the time and the things I can't do now compared to what I could do last year. She said to me, "We've got to rule out a bladder infection, because a bladder infection could be causing a flare-up." Okay, I get that. No problem. She said, "Could you take a urine sample to your local doctors and get them to test it?" Yeah, I can do that, no problem. And then I was to ring her back with the results, because then I would think they will probably call me in. Once they've ruled out a bladder infection, they'll call me in to have a chat with them. So I rang my doctors, and I spoke to the receptionist, and she said, "I'm sorry, Mr. Bradley, but you can't just turn up with a urine sample and expect it to get tested." And I thought, well, no, that's why I'm ringing you, because I didn't know whether I got to make an appointment with the doctor. She said, you can't just bring a urine sample in and get it tested. We won't do that. And I said, I've been on to the MS team, my MS team at the hospital, and they've instructed me to bring a urine sample in to you guys to test it, to make sure I've not got a bladder infection, because that could be causing a flare in my symptoms. And anyway, she reiterated that they don't just do like random testing, and that's kind of the impression I got. And I thought, hang on, aren't you the receptionist? No disrespect, but you know, the hospital have given me the instruction, and I'm only acting on their advice, is what I basically said. She said, we need to get could you get the hospital to fax instruction to us to get this sample tested? I thought, for goodness sake, you know, don't they trust me or something? I said, okay. I said, I've actually got a doctor's appointment tomorrow. That's, well, on Friday. I said on Friday, that's today. So this was all happening on Wednesday or Thursday. I'm losing track of the days, I'm sorry. It was Wednesday or Thursday. And I said, can I just bring my urine sample in and get my doctor to test it on there because I'm seeing him anyway? No, you can't. You can't just bring a sample in and expect the doctor to test it. Teresa's done it loads of times. Loads of times. It's never a problem. Never ever a problem. I'm thinking, you're the receptionist. You know, you do the administration. But I think the power goes to the head sometimes, and they reckon they run the practice. You know, it's absolutely ridiculous. It was very frustrating. But, as always, I keep my cool, calm manner and my professionalism. And I said, okay. But just as I was about to end the call, she says, just a minute, and put me on hold. It turns out she rang my doctor, you know, internally in the practice, and spoke to him. Yes, no problem. Just get him to bring it in. So frustrating. It's almost like in her head it's the hospital and us, them and us kind of situation. What a rigmarole. You know, meanwhile I've got to now, you know, this is 2 days now. I contacted my MS nurse on Wednesday, and it's going to be Friday until I can get it tested. And so that's 2 days. I'm having to 2 extra days. I'm having to put up with all this extra symptoms, and before I can, you know, contact the hospital. It's just so frustrating. So anyway, when I've been to the appointment tomorrow, and when the doctor tests my urine sample and says it's all clear, because I know it's going to be, I've got to report back to the hospital and say it's all clear. So I would imagine they'll bring me in, just intercepting last night's video, or the video of early hours this morning, just to tell you that Teresa and I have just been to the doctor's this afternoon for my appointment, and he tested my urine sample, and there's absolutely no problem with it whatsoever. So I've also just rang my MS team at the hospital, and amazingly, for once, they actually answered the phone rather than me having to leave an answer phone message. So she said, thank you very much for the information. She'll speak to the neurologist, and they'll be in touch. So as soon as I know anything, I'll report back. Okay, back to last night's video. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to have a bit of a whinge about my frustration trying to get this sorted out. It just seems it's like hospital and doctors' politics, you know, internal politics kind of thing. Oh. Anyway, what time is it? 1:46 AM. I've been playing my game RuneScape, which is an online game I've been playing for 11 years. And I've been catching up on some comments on my previous videos from you guys. I appreciate every one of the comments, and I always read through all the comments in detail. And I always reply to absolutely every one of them. Right, I'm going to go now. I'm going to go to bed, even though I'm still not tired. It's nearly 2 o'clock, and try and get some sleep. So, thank you very much for listening. Until next time, I'll bid you farewell. Bye for now.